and welcome to DG Creates. Today we are going to make some bookmarks and fun fidget shaker cards. So there are 3 projects. This is a laminated fidget kind of bookmark, and it's kind of like these but less sequins and they don't move around. This is a tassel bookmark, and it's got a laminated feel because there's tape on it. You could laminate it if you wanted to. There's also something just like that, which is just a one without a tassel. And then there is the shaker bookmark. Well, it's not really a bookmark, it's just like a fidget thing. And it's very simple and easy. So we're going to start with the sequin fidget bookmark. The first thing you'll obviously need is a card. So I already have one that's pre-inked here, and I have an Uno card, which is a little bit thinner, and it fits perfectly in these little pretzel bags that I got at Walmart the other day. So if you wanted to do it that way, and you'll have to use like a thinner card though, because these poker cards that I have don't work with the pretzel bags because they're too wide. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take one of these cellophane bags, and you're gonna stick your card in there like that, right to the edge, and then you would like paper clip it in there just to make it a little easier, and then you would chop all the way around right to the edge. But I already have one that's pre-cut, so I don't need to do that. This one right here. And you're going to slip it inside. And now you're going to get some Scotch tape. And you're going to apply tape to all the edges. I'm going to get a non-usable page, like a magazine page or something, to put my project underneath. Actually, I don't need that until the next project, I'm sorry. Okay. You're going to keep your paper clips on the bookmark, or on the card, excuse me. I'm probably confusing the heck out of you. Okay. Now, you're going to take a small amount of tape and apply it to all 3 open edges. So now that you've taped up all sides, you're going to remove the paper clips. And now you're probably wondering, well, how do we get the sequins in? You've already sealed it all up. Well, I will show you in just a moment. Okay. So if you did it on the edge, you'll see like this little extra piece of plastic right here. We're going to chop that right off. Like that. So now it's open. See that? That's where we're going to apply our sequins. I've already got a prepped tray here, and I'm going to go with some pinks because it's hearts and I want to go with kind of a Valentine's Day theme. You're just going to take a small pinch and put it right in there. Don't put too much because I started out with too much and it became really bulky and all the sequins just kind of got stuck to one another. Then you'll flip it around and do the other side. Now I'm going to move this back to the side, and I'm going to get my Scotch tape again, and I'm going to seal it up. Now if you notice your sequins kind of spilled out, like you see this sequin right here, it's spilled out. I'm going to put it back in my tray, and that's because I had accidentally cut a small slit right there. And all you have to do is take a small piece of tape and reapply. And it's all sealed up now. All safe. So now your sequins are all cozy inside, and it's a fidget card now. Just like this one. But you can see I added way too many sequins. That's because I really wanted there to be a lot of stuff going on in there. But it kind of just causes a lot of bulk. You see all this bulk. And it's fun, but it's just too much. This is just about right. Because you can still see the inside of you can still see the card, and there's not a tremendous amount of bulk. Now we're going to move on to project number 2, which is the tassel bookmark and or the non-tassel bookmark. So this is what we're going to do next. This is very, very simple, and this is where your magazine page or refuse page, basically, one that you're not going to use in crafting, this is where this comes in. So ditch the Scotch tape. You're going to need some packing tape for this. So I'm going to pick a card really quick. Where did my deck go? Really quickly going to pick one. I'm going to go with this one. And I'm going to really quickly ink it. So now that it's been inked, I am going to get my stamper that I got at Five Below, and it says Reading in Style, and I'm really going to quickly stamp it down. There we go. Put that back. I will leave a link for it in the description down below. And so now I'm going to get my sticker pad and pick a couple stickers to put on there, like you see in here, butterflies, flowers, etc. Now we're going to take our packing tape and find the end of it, and we're going to laminate it basically. But for this, if you have a laminating laminating machine, you would put it in the sheet and laminate it if you wanted to. So now I'm going to take a piece of tape that is a bit bigger than the card, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the side that is stamped first, and I'm just going to lay it down, try to make it in the middle, and hello Marcel. My cat decided to walk in. And you're just going to lay that tape down like that. I don't know if you can see it, but it ends right here on the middle. Now you're going to get your next piece of tape. Yes, Marcel, I feel your paws. And you're going to cut it off. And then take it and try your very best to line it up right next to this other piece of tape. I try not to overlap because I don't like the overlapped look. I prefer that right next to it look. And yes, seal it down, like press it down onto your refuse paper underneath. I was doing this without refuse paper when I made all these other ones because Marcel just touched the light. I did it right on my cutting mat and it kind of caused some problems, like left lines from the inking and etc, etc. So it's better to have a sheet to put the tape onto, like the excess tape. Now you're gonna lay it down again and you're gonna repeat. Okay, now that your card is laminated or tape laminated, whatever you did, you can take one of these smoother things. I got this at the dollar store, and you can just kind of get rid of all those little areas that look like they're not quite sealed. You could use contact paper too, if you wanted to do that. It's the same technique for the sequin card. It's the same technique for this. You would just put your sequins down and then put your contact paper right over it, or if possible, you can like glue each one down individually with a little dab of glue, let it dry, and then send it through your laminating machine if that's what you prefer. But it's the same technique. Now, you can leave it the way it is like this, or you can go and add a tassel. I'm going to really quickly add a tassel, and I've got some right here. So there is that one, pretty simple and self-explanatory. Now the third one is this one. So it's basically a mix of the shaker card and the bookmark. So you're going to get another card. If I can find my deck, here we go. You're going to get another card. I'm going to go with black because you can't stamp on black, and I'm putting stamping on these cards. So I'm going to get my sheet again, lay my card down. I'm not going to ink it because I think it looks cool without inking. And again, I'm not adding stickers. I might use a fun sequin here. You don't want to put too much close to the edges because then the edges will come up. So, like I did here, there's not much close to the edges except for this one. So you don't want to put too much near the edges. And you're going to repeat the same technique for the bookmark. And there it is. It's not quite as good looking as this one is, but I like it. I added the fun sequins just to be fun. That's the whole point of them. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, if I can speak properly, and I hope you are making your very own fidget cards and tassel bookmarks and non-tassel bookmarks and all kinds of fun stuff. And if you don't like this kind of thing, like the shaker cards, hey, it's not everybody's thing. I didn't think I'd like it, but I do. I'm gonna stick one in my purse. Maybe more specifically this one, because it's pink. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one.